Hello, this is Rory with Love Chat, and today's topic is, what exactly is no contact? This is one of my 10 kickoff videos, number 2 to be specific. As the channel grows, I'll be answering more specific questions from viewers, so make sure to subscribe, and if you have a question you'd like for me to consider, please email me at thelovechat@gmail.com. Okay, so what is no contact? No contact done the correct way is basically when you have been broken up with and you do not contact the other person at all. They will never hear from you again. So let's be more specific about the scenario. So you and your ex have just had the breakup conversation and you tell them, I love you. This is not what I want. If you change your mind, please give me a call. And then you grab your stuff. Settle any arrangements that need to be settled before that point. If you have a kid together, figure out whatever finances, whatever, who has the kid on what day. If you have some of their stuff, give it back. Basically, handle whatever needs to be handled prior to the separation. Because as soon as you walk out of the door, they will never hear from you again. Now, what's actually happening here is that you are showing them that they broke up with you. They chose to sever the connection that you two had. And they chose not to stay and work it out. You are showing them that you have the courage, you have the mental willpower to say, I do not agree with the terms that you are providing me. And so, I am walking away. You should never walk away as a bluff. You must walk away and mean it. They will never hear from you again unless they reach out to you. Now, at first, you really shouldn't expect this to have any impact on them for several reasons. Reason one, you're not going to tell them you're not going to contact them. You're just going to say, okay, I love you. I want to work it out. Call me if you change your mind. So they don't know that you're not contacting them. If you tell them, hey, listen, I'm going to not contact you because you're scared or nervous that they'll never reach out, then it completely loses its effect. You cannot tell them you're not going to contact them. You just don't contact them. Reason number 2. Think about if the tables were turned, okay? Think about if you were breaking up with them and you knew that they did not want this situation. You would expect your ex to object, to cry, to beg, to plead. This is something we would do. You are changing the nature of the relationship on them. They don't want that change, and so they protest, right? And protesting can come in many different forms, but it's usually, in this case, in the form of begging, crying, pleading. And so this is what they're expecting you to do. So when you don't do it, it throws them off their game completely. They begin to think, wait a minute, how was that so easy for them? And then they go even further. When we're not 100% sure about a situation, our brain begins to make up all of these different sorts of scenarios. Are they seeing somebody on the side? Did they ever really love me? Why didn't they love me? Am I not enough? What's wrong with me? And at first, it probably is not going to take hold. Because at first, them breaking up with you will be a relief. Think about this. They've been sitting with this idea, with this need to separate for a while. Okay? When they first do it, they're going to feel relieved. I'm not talking about the day of. The day of, they'll probably be sad. I'm talking about the first week, maybe the first month. They're going to be like, oh God, thank God I'm out of that situation. But the entire time, somewhere in the back of their mind, they're going to think, why haven't I heard from them yet? Wow, I can't believe they're having such an easy time moving on. Because this is what you're thinking, isn't it? You're sitting there, and because you haven't heard from your ex, you're thinking, did I mean nothing? Why are they having such an easy time moving on? Did they not love me? Are they seeing somebody else? Were they cheating on me? So basically what we're doing here is we're flipping the script on them. You told them, listen, hey, I love you, I want to work it out. Give me a call if you change your mind. You walk right out the door and they do not hear from you. I am telling you, I promise you, this will cause them to rethink their position. This will cause your value in their eyes to go up. Not only that, but the chances are that you were doing something to make the relationship, to make your partner in the relationship feel trapped. When you trap somebody, the overwhelming desire to be free becomes present. And so instead, you are showing them, no, you're not trapped. You're as free as you need to be. In fact, you're so free, you don't need me. So I'm going to leave. Now they get the chance to be free. But every now and then, as they're flying up and up and up, they turn around and they peek back and they're thinking, wait, am I doing the right thing? Is this really what I want? Let me sit and rethink. Finally comes reason 3. With no contact comes time and space for both of you. Okay, so you're giving yourself time to get your mind right. Because right now, guess what? There's a whole load of harmful chemicals pumping through your brain. Things like cortisol, stress-inducing hormones and chemicals that are saying, you need to undo whatever was done. But here's the problem. You didn't actually cause this. Someone else did, right? You didn't choose to be broken up with. Maybe your actions led to the breakup, maybe not. But you did not choose this, and your brain is screaming, undo this. I'm stressed out. Be stressed. Be sad. Well, no, you need to do the exact opposite. You need to realize that it's your brain. It is a reaction to stimuli. So while you're in this period of no contact, you need to double down your efforts to improve yourself in every way that you can think of. You need to improve yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially. Think of whatever you're not happy about in your life that does not include your partner. And then improve it. Go join a gym, take a class, hang out with friends, be social. If you are very religious, go to the church. Whatever you enjoy doing before you had a relationship. Did you enjoy playing a lot of video games? Play some video games. Call up a friend. Did you enjoy going for hikes? Go for a hike. Basically, I want you to go improve yourself, because otherwise, you're sitting by the phone thinking about how much you love and miss this person, and wondering when it is that they'll call, when you have no idea. I have no idea. They may never call. I can't promise you that they ever will. I'm sure that they'll miss you. But anybody on YouTube who tells you that they can guarantee that your ex will come back is lying to you. Now, like I said in the previous video, you can either improve yourself and they do come back, or you can improve yourself and they don't come back. But either way, you have a better version of yourself, right? That way, when you decide to start dating again, in the event that they did not come back, guess what? You have this healthy, strong, mentally stable, emotionally ready version of yourself. And let me ask you this question. If you stopped working on yourself today, right now, and you had to live with this version of yourself for the rest of your life, would you be happy? Because I'm willing to bet that you would not be. And so my message is clear. Do not contact them. Work on yourself. Make yourself the best version that you can possibly be. Because, like we said, I can't read your partner's mind. You can't read your partner's mind. You have no idea if they're going to come back or if they're not going to come back. And so your mission right now needs to be inwardly focused. You need to create the best version of yourself possible. Because guess what? If they do come back, they're going to notice the changes that you've made. And by the time they come back, you may not believe it right now, especially if your breakup is fresh, because I certainly didn't. But you may not want them back. You may say to yourself, listen, I've evolved, I've grown, and I've grown beyond what you can give me in this life. So my advice to you is to work on yourself and do not contact your ex. If you feel the need to contact them, instead call your best friend. Set up a way for you to call somebody else instead, or play a video game instead, or go for a run instead, make food instead. Because I promise you, the urge to contact them will pass. Think of it like a craving. It will pass. Do not scratch that itch. Because if you contact them, you're letting them know that they have all the power. And the whole point of this is to take the power away from them. If you really need to, come back and listen to this video over and over again. I promise you, it will be worth it, but patience is everything. I know it's the hardest thing to have, but if you want your ex back, if you want the highest shot at getting your ex back, you must have patience, work on yourself, do not contact them, The 30-day rule is crap. It doesn't exist. Do not contact your ex, period. That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you would subscribe and hit like. Definitely leave a comment below and tell me what topics you'd like covered in the future. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype coaching or an email coaching, be sure to email me at thelovechat@gmail.com. Until next time.